Hello. No, Andrew, I'm not late. It is 8:00 p.m. on the dot. I'm not late. Not late. Hey, guys. Hey, Bo. Pete. Hello, Joe. This is so weird being on here by myself. So weird. Not gonna lie. I think this is the first time I've actually gone live on my channel by myself. Other than the videos, but that's not live, so that's different. Man, I get here and you guys are already trolling me. Haven't even started yet. Honestly. Hi, Casey. Thanks so much for subscribing. Welcome to the channel. What are you reading right now, Casey? What is everybody reading right now? I wish I could make this. Can I make this bigger? Show chat. Nope, I can't. Weird. Figuring out solo StreamYard. Andrew has started Shogun officially. Awesome. Assassin of Grins and Secrets. Nice. I have read about 50 pages of Assassin, and I'm planning on finishing it in January. Just go fund me to get her a variety of beanies. Don't laugh. That's in the works. I'm hoping to have a assortment. I actually found one yesterday that has like a little Stitch, the character Stitch, like peeking over the lip of the beanie, and it's gray, and I need that for sure. Hey, Theo. Bo is reading No Heart for a Thief. I have been hearing good things about that. It's a new release, guys. Go check it out. I think it's coming out. When is it coming out, guys? Remind me. Pete, I will get back to that, my friend, and I will tell you. Andrew is correct, but I will add to that shortly. Reading Fall of Babel. I was wrong so far. Okay. Hey, you need a chair?
Oh, yeah.
Ben might be joining me. House of Chains, Malazan Journey. Awesome. Love it. I'm trying to remember. I think it's been about 3 years since I read House of Chains, I want to say. Yeah, and that's the last like full Malazan book that I've read. I started Midnight Tides, but I never finished it. Casey is one of those. Are you one of those people that has like a stack on your nightstand? I'm at that point right now. Son of Shadows, Sorcery of Thorns, Arc of Riven, Lost Metal, Shadow of What Was Lost, reread. Lycanus Trilogy is actually on my really want to get to this year. Everybody say hello to Ben.
Hello.
Yeah, my point was I've been hearing really good things about Lycanus Trilogy, and I'm really curious. I know Theo recently read it. Did you finish it, Theo? Oh my goodness. You guys are amazing. I will try to keep up with everything. Yes, it's really cute. There's another one that's a Stormlight archive that has like a little grumpy cloud on it, and it's gray, and it says Stormfather underneath it. So any Stormlight archive peeps, that one's hilarious. I really want that one too. I wear fold over beanies. Pete, you're more the like slouch beanie type, right? Andrew's here. Hello. Hi, Alan. Thank you. Pete, House of Chains threw me for a loop. I didn't like it initially, but on review, I liked it more. Yeah, I'm really curious to see what a reread feels like with that one. Yeah, this should be a good one. What is your favorite of the Malazan books that you've read?
Oh gosh. Like, I read them all again, not all of them, but up to 5 recently.
Did you finish Midnight Tides?
No.
Okay, so neither of us.
I've only ever started it, and I couldn't get through it. But I wasn't trying super hard. I think it's probably the most recent one that they did. That's my favorite.
Sorry, which one? Book 3?
Yeah, it'd be
Memories.
It'd be Memories of Ice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lycanus is wonderful. Lycanus, yeah. Slouch beanies. Yep. Stormfather. Yes. The Stormfather beanie is probably my next acquisition. I have honestly no expectations going into the end of Malazan. I know it's a controversial, like, people like it or they hate it. But yeah, so far, I'm really curious to see if Deadhouse gets dethroned during my finishing of the series. I will be surprised, but I'm not putting that out of possibility. So to answer Pete's previous question. Oh, hang on. We have Ben Appreciate. Sorry, Andrew. I do get jealous easily, so just watch yourself. You have fans. There. Are you happy now, Andrew? My poor introverted husband. Thank you so much for coming on this live with me.
No problem.
Okay, where was I? Going back. There it is. Favorite Red Rising character and why? Andrew is correct. It is Severo. Severo is currently my favorite fantasy character of all time. I love like friendships, platonic friendships. A lot in books. I prefer those to romances any day. Like, give me a bromance over a romance every single time. And I love Severo is also a character that to me represents a lot of like sacrificial love and loyalty, which is like, those are both themes that really impact me a lot when I read. So, yeah, I want to actually do, now that Lightbringer's coming out, one of my plans for January, February, probably January, is I want to do a video talking about why I love Red Rising so much and the themes of sacrificial love and loyalty in it, because I'm sick of the hate. It's fine. I know it's not for everybody, so it honestly doesn't bother me, but I want to do that video because I think there's a lot of themes in there that sometimes get missed. So Theo wants to know how long until you can Viking braid your beard.
You know, that's one of the goals.
Getting there. You're pretty close.
There was a time I got maybe
some
this
little
far,
silver beads,
and then I couldn't go any further. But now I'm trying it again, and I want to see how far I can get it. Yeah. But the Viking braid is definitely one of the goals. I'm trying to figure out or remember. I don't think. Have you had it this? Yeah, you've had it this long before. Probably. It was probably around this part where I had to knock it off.
Yeah. Severo stands unite. Yes, Hail Reaper. It is funny. I have actually had 3 or 4 people in the last week or two who said that they subscribed immediately just seeing my beanie, which was pretty freaking awesome. So anybody who has joined my channel because of the Howler beanie, I see you. Ben being on live as an introvert is true love. It is true. It's true. He loves me so much, and I appreciate him so much. He puts up with me because I am not an introvert.
We're a good couple that way. Yes,
balance. Theo likes bromances too. That's an understatement. Let's see. To be honest, we all turned into the stream to see Ben in that beautiful stash. I know. That's why I had him on, because I knew the views would be higher. This is really Ben's live stream. I'm just here moderating the comments. Theo beard goals. Theo's got a pretty great beard too, though. Not gonna lie. There's some great beards on BookTube. It's almost like book nerds are really good at beards. Who'd have thought? I've never got. Well, Andrew, now you need to. Andrew needs to grow out his beard. Petition.
Beards, it's plural.
Beards, plural. Yeah. You can have one on each side. Like those like Civil War era sideburns that just keep going.
Oh, those things are so epic.
No. Red Rising has a lot in it. Every reread shows me more. Yeah, Pete, we need to have our Red Rising discussion. Dark Age, great reader, too long. So you guys in the comments will have to speak to that. I still have not read Iron Gold and Dark Age because I am savoring my trilogy experience, and I'm honestly afraid of Iron Gold and Dark Age like being a completely different experience that does that make any sense? Like I'm afraid that it's going to ruin the experience of the first trilogy. I know it's not going to, but I haven't delved in yet. This year I'm going to read them because Lightbringer's coming out. So yeah, my daughter's being our children are watching a new Wingfeather Saga episode that just came out tonight. So they're being quiet for a few minutes. If Andrew grew a beard, he'd hit 10K overnight for sure. See, there you go. Pacing in Dark Age is so much more improved on Iron Gold. Not too long. It seems like I have been hearing that people either really love Iron Gold and hate Dark Age or vice versa. It seems like they love and hate one or like one of the two. And that's been very interesting to me. So I have literally no idea what side of the fence I'm going to fall on. I will, Pete. Don't worry. Andrew's beards are not a space. You guys are horrible. Honestly. I never know. I'm always, every time I do a live stream, like, man, this comment section is going to be entertaining. Nonstop crazy action in Dark Age for sure. Well, I like that. I'm looking forward to that. I like really fast-paced action heavy books. So I will probably like it. Iron Gold is the Red Rising of the trilogy. He tries new stuff writing wise and then improves in Dark Age. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of expecting. I had to ask my friends who have read it to like give me at least the spoiler of whether or not Severo has a POV in it, because I was honestly less interested in reading it if it did.
Does he?
No, not that I've been told. So I don't know because Severo, I can't. Severo cannot be ruined. I can't handle it. Looking to get into BookTube and would like tips on how to start and where to go. Well, any booktubers in the comments, feel free to jump in on this as well. BookTube, where to start? Make a video. Honestly, like a lot of people, I think, get kind of caught up in the, I need to have a really great camera and I have to have, this, that, or the other thing. If you have a phone that you can record yourself talking about your favorite book, pick something easy that's easy to talk about for your first video and just put it up on a channel. Honestly, you'll learn along the way and don't be afraid of improving as you go. It's kind of the same philosophy I have with writing. Your first novel is probably, going to need some improvement, but you learn along the way. And so, yeah, pick something easy to talk about for your first video. Favorite book, top 10 list would be an easy one. Like if you like fantasy, what's your top 10 fantasy books? Yeah. And don't be afraid of trying new stuff and not getting it right the first time. He does not have a POV. It's all new characters except Darrow.
Wow.
One other thing I will mention on the BookTube side of things is that, make it work for you, if that makes sense. Like, don't feel like you have to come in and have a specific schedule the first minute you get on BookTube, and kind of figure out what your voice is and what works for you in your schedule. And I'm doing 3 videos a week right now, and it's a lot. And I'm hoping to back that off a little bit in 2023, but I have a lot of things to say. So it's been hard. I'm like, well, I could cut down to 2 videos a week. And I'm like, yeah, but then I can't do as many videos as I want. So yeah, just kind of I'm still figuring it out. So Joe, if you find the right indie authors, review their books and interview them. If you can find the not yet well-known star in the making, you are gold. Yeah, honestly, It's a pretty great community as far as interaction goes, especially within indie fantasy and indie authors in general. So if you're on Twitter, there's a lot of people that are very open and interactive. So that's pretty cool. Pete, just go for it. Improve incrementally. Talk and read about what you love. Don't worry about trends. Yep. Like, it's fun to do a trend every once in a while, but don't like make that your goal is, I got to make sure I do all the tags and all the things. And because you will burn out faster with that from what I would guess and what I've experienced. So wait, my first book was gold after I polished it for 20 years. Yeah. So it was your first book, but it wasn't because it was changed so many times. And get an awesome beanie. It's true. It's funny because I got this and I was so excited about it. I didn't realize like how much of a brand it was going to turn into when I bought it. I'm thrilled. I'm so excited. Uploaded 2 videos so far and it's kind of fun. So you've already gotten past the first hurdle, which is just getting your first video on YouTube, and comment on other people's videos, like see other people that talk about books that you love and start making some connections. And yeah, nice. Chiago, see, Andrew, if you want to like call somebody out for being late, Chiago is 16 minutes late. Yep, all my socials are in the description box of all my videos. So I'm on quite a few. Yep, there's a lot of really great Discord communities. Hey, Kay, thank you so much. Get some good rest. Chiago's griffin broke down. Only 16 minutes. That's not late. Is that okay? So in Brazil, is that a thing where like time is kind of, because I know when my friend Sarah goes down to Mexico and they have like, oh, we're going to have dinner and it's at this time, like people will show up at any time within like an hour or two after that. Is that like a similar cultural thing in Brazil too? So, yeah. So, what is, if you are a booktuber and you don't want to spoil it, that's fine. But what was your favorite read of 2022? Everyone is half an hour late, at least for everything. Yeah, that's what I've heard. Yeah, here it's like if I'm not 10 minutes early to things, I get really stressed out. Isn't that just being a millennial? Being late? Apparently not, because it drives me nuts. Bose was the first binding by R.R. Virdi. I've heard great things. Speaking Bones, the entire Dandelion Dynasty. I'm really hoping to start Grace of Kings this year. Like at least start the series this year. I don't know if I'll finish it in 2023, but I'm going to try the first book. And honestly, if I love it, something that usually happens with me is if I love the first book and I can't put it down, I will throw all of the TBR out the window and binge it. So that could happen. It is possible. Ash Princess was my favorite read so far. I'm trying to remember who's the author for that because I know the book. I can see it in my head. Daughter of the Forest by Juliet Marillier. I swear I cried in every chapter. Huh, I haven't heard that. I'll have to look it up. Just showing up whenever. Yeah. I feel like most of my millennial friends hate being late, but they always are. Girl in the Moon by Mark Lawrence. I've been hearing really good things about that too. Imagica by Clive Barker. I didn't know you read Grace of Kings, Andrew. Did you? We'll have to talk about that if I read it. Laura Sebastian. Yep, that's right. Forgot about that. Read the next ones because they definitely get better. Yeah. I'm curious with that. Like it seems like a lot of fantasy series start a little slow and then really improve as the series goes on. Are there any series that you guys can think of where it's like the first book or two is the best of the series? So I was thinking about that the other day when I was doing my ranking fantasy series video, was that some of them, it was like they either, first book was great and then they kind of trailed off, or Grace of Kings is the foundation. Yeah. Sun Eater is another series that I am very, very excited to get to in 2023. I had the first book. I am a little intimidated by that series. I will not lie. I've heard some people say that it's very it's not dense necessarily from what I've heard, but just philosophical. And there's like a lot of detail and things in it, which tends to get me confused-ish. So I will need people to tell me what I'm missing for sure. Do you have a favorite book of the year?
Oh, may have been Crowfall, actually.
Really?
From the Raven.
From Ed McDonald?
Yeah. That was really good. I very much enjoyed that. It was fun.
Yeah. I was just going to say, would you guys rather, I could do a top 10. Our cat just jumped off the counter. We could do a top 10 where I do 5 and Ben does like some of his top. We could do like a double video. That'd be cool. Let me know in the comments if you think we should do that. So that'd be kind of fun. We're going to do a blindfold challenge shortly as well. I watched Alan from the Library of Alexandria and his wife Christina just did it, and it was hilarious. And we have not done one for
no, it's been a while.
So we're going to do that again soon too. I tried, but I was driving, and it's the only book I like that narrator. Not a good book voice to drive 12 hours to.
It's got to be a good voice if you're going to let's do it for 12 hours.
Yeah. Hey, Chris, thank you so much. Shadow Campaigns by Django Wexler. The first book is the best, then it goes downhill. I have not read anything by Django Wexler yet. That's what I've been hearing, is that Sun Eater's like, if you love Red Rising, that the themes in Sun Eater, despite the fact that it's much bigger. So what I'm expecting from it is Red Rising, but on a more like massive scale, vast scale, if that sounds correct. Grace of Kings is Hero, and I've heard book 2 is more like Curse of the Golden Flower and is Palace Intrigue. Ooh, interesting. Shared top reads. Yeah, I think that would be kind of fun if we did a dual top reads of 2022.
Had you said what yours was?
No, because I'm going to do a video on it.
Oh. Right.
It's content. It's super top secret content. Yes. So for anyone who doesn't know, this doesn't even faze me anymore. Andrew and Tiago, mostly Andrew, have made sure it doesn't faze me anymore. But yeah, there's a lot of people that think Red Rising is just Hunger Games, which is not true. Yeah, spoilers. Are you talking about Red Rising being Hunger Games as spoilers? That would be hilarious. Wasn't me this? No. But it could have been. So I am planning on rearranging my bookshelves this weekend, and I'm hoping to film it. These bookshelves are a mess, you guys. Like I'm horrible at organizing, figuring out how I want to organize things. And hang on, I got to do a for Tiago. Where is it? Did I move it? I did move it here. Where should I put it? There we go.
Somewhere visible.
Somewhere visible right there. Okay. Yeah. What was I saying about the bookshelves? Yeah. So how do you guys organize your bookshelves? I need to ask for help because this is a mess. I have Sanderson is easy because he takes up a shelf by himself. And once I get all of the Malazan Book of the Fallen books, then they will have their own shelf probably. But I don't even know what themes I want to do on the shelves. I'm thinking I want to do Pete, you guys need to go to Pete's channel and look at the background for his videos. It's awesome. It's like he made like a tower of books around his filming space. It is awesome.
That's awesome.
It looks a little unstable, but it's awesome. Chicago, we're supposed to organize them. I mean, I would like to organize them so they're easier to find stuff, because I'm at a point where I have so many books that, and I know where everything is pretty well, but it would be nice to organize them to a point where like I can say, oh, and here's, this author or whatever. Same, Casey, 100% ADHD style organization in here. Like, at least like this is a Brandon Sanderson shelf. Malazan is all in the same spot. That's about like, I don't know. I have, part of the problem is my TBR honestly needs its own like full bookshelf at this point. I don't know how many books you guys have on your TBRs, but my physical book TBR, the ones that I own and are in my house, is over 150 books. And that's just the ones I have listed on Goodreads. Space for some Tetris. I mean, I could just keep stacking and just fill this whole square in the background.
Like get another set of 9 square bookshelves and just set it on top.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would totally work.
No earthquakes in Virginia, so we're all good. That's good. Yeah, because your space would be a little dangerous in an earthquake. Where in Virginia are you, Pete, if you don't mind me asking? My younger brother and sister-in-law live in Virginia by Richmond. Favorite authors have their own shelves. Urban fantasy on its own case, sci-fi on their own shelves. After the favorites, everything goes in alphabetical by author. Yeah, that makes sense. And I kind of tried to do that. Before I had a gazillion indie books, I had a lovely little, like, it was so cute, you guys. I had a cube for indie books, and it was great. And now I have multiple shelves of indie books, which is awesome. So I'm trying, like, I definitely want to have a self-pub indie shelf, I think. And then I have Red Rising up here as a favorite because I wanted it kind of like right in the middle. But
I was wondering if anyone was going to say alphabetical order.
Well, that's how I was doing. Casey said at the end, after she breaks out favorites and a couple of other things. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Organize, be happy with it for about 5 seconds, reorganize again, repeat process forever. That's kind of where I'm at, honestly, because I'm trying to remember. I reorganized this a couple months ago and I'm still not happy with it. Standalones are separated as our indie works. That would actually be really smart to have a shelf of like standalone fantasy. That would be really smart. I like that idea. Southeast Virginia. Cool. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out. I'm thinking about doing like a writing resources / historical fiction shelf.
Talk about way up on
top, because I have some writing resources up at the top of that bookshelf. But like we just made some room on the top shelves, so I have some space up here I need to fill and decide if I'm gonna move stuff. I don't know. Also, Ben got me a plush Yoshi for Christmas and he's adorable. Organize them like Skittles so you can taste the rainbow. See, okay, those like Instagram posts / booktube channels where they have their books arranged in this like gorgeous, perfectly gradiented rainbow.
That's awesome.
It's awesome. It would drive me bonkers because I would not be able to find anything, and splitting up series. That would drive. No. Like, I'm not super like OCD about organizing, but when it comes to keeping series together, I can't, because even speaking of the Hunger Games, I mean, you've got a black book, a red book, and a blue book. So the trilogy would be like in completely different spots. How long have you been married? Oh yeah. By the way, feel free to ask me anything in the comments. I am opening it for ask me anything booktube or whatever related. Doesn't have to be booktube related. So to answer Andrew's question, Ben and I have been married for 12 and a half years. Yes, June. So 12 years. Mm-hmm. I was 19 when we got married. I'd been 19 for 2 weeks? Yeah, roughly. So we were babies.
We knew everything then.
We knew everything. We were so mature.
Mm-hmm.
Oops. Comment skipped. If the publishers would make books in a series the same size, that would help us nerds organize. Amen. Amen. I'm now trying to find the hardcovers of Malazan, and yeah, Memories of Ice is ridiculously expensive in hardcover. I don't know why, with how big this series is, why do we not have easy access to hardcovers of Malazan? I don't understand that.
They're so cool.
Shots fired. Honestly, deserved. Publishers need to get it together. Color-coded bookshelves give me anxiety for the same reason. Yeah, it makes me so anxious. Even seeing it on somebody else's channel, I'm like, but the series are not together. Ben, how much can I pay you to go back in and shuffle things around after she gets the organization done?
See, but get me in trouble, Bo.
I was gonna say, Bo doesn't have to live with me after doing that. You would.
Oh,
I'd be so upset.
It would be kind of fun, though. Didn't you have that thing? You were gonna do something to somebody where you were just gonna tweak something. In Grunky's house on Valheim, you were going to do that.
Oh, yeah. A friend of ours, we play a video game called Valheim, and a friend of ours had built his, like, cool, you know, house in Valheim, and I was thinking about just, like, putting something that wasn't supposed to be there and seeing how long it would take him to notice, or tweaking something.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I can be mad at the idea that Bo had, but
you do the same
thing. Be a little
thing.
Hypocritical.
Yeah.
I am a Slytherin after all. I can't help it. I have a hard time believing they read their books if they're organized by color. Same, honestly.
Maybe it's just for the visual value. That's what they're going for.
Rainbow would drive me insane for the same reason. Series must stay together. Amen. If I have 7 cases with 7 shelves each, and trying to find all the books of separated series is a big nope. Yeah. What do we have? We have 3 in here. I have a small bookshelf over by my side of the bed that I have, like, mass market paperbacks and my current TBR on. And then we have 2 big bookshelves out in the dining room. My son has a 9-cube bookshelf in his room. The girls have a small bookshelf in their room. And we have a bookshelf out in their toy room that has a bunch of, like, kid book and middle grade books on it. So
it'd be like an unacceptable April Fool's if you, like, walked in and found that I had organized all of the books in the house based on color.
UK versions of Stormlight look great, but book 4 is a different size. Oh, really? I've declared war on British publishers. That's awful. Why would they do that? And of course they let you get, like, 3 books through the series and then make one of a different size. That's just rude. Tori, that's so expensive. The hardcovers, I know these. I bought from Patrick Ryan, and he gave me a great deal, and we traded some books, and he was great. But yeah, I know, like, it's gonna take me some time to get those. That really sucks, Joe. Malazan hardcovers are just, like, I don't understand why they're not printing more hardcovers of that series. It's really weird. Found the entire Malazan Bantam hardcovers at a local used bookstore after their owner passed away. Oh my gosh. That's a find. How did you decide to organize? Well, Andrew, I listened to your Voxer message and took notes, and then was very overwhelmed. So I think I'm going to maybe try doing it by genre. Doing, like, I want to do, like, a historical fiction shelf, and then I want to do an indie shelf, possibly 2. What I might do is just run the indie books. Like, I have all these TBR books down in the cube too, so I gotta figure that out. But I might do, like, a specific shelf for historical fiction and like resource, like history books on a shelf. Eventually I would love to have a Asian literature shelf in here. I'm close. I think I have about half a shelf of that, maybe close to 2/3. So I think I'm going to try it by genre and see how it goes. And I'm going to film it, and you guys will probably get to watch a video of me struggling with my bookshelves in the next couple of weeks. Hey, Grunkle. Okay, I organized by size, self-pub, trad, paperback, hardback. Yeah. See, the problem is, again, what if you have, that's a dumb question. I was going to ask, what if you have a series that has both hardback and paperback, but you are very particular about making sure you have hardbacks and paperbacks, like the whole series, right? Because like I have all of my Malazan books. I mean, there's hardcover. I have 3 paperbacks. It's a mess. Keep my eye out from you. My local used bookstore has the Malazan hardcovers listed for $8 each when they're in stock, and I know one of the applies. Please let me know. Please let me know. That would be amazing. I would be so happy. I will send you a photo of the... Whoa. Sorry. I don't know why my lighting does that. I will send you a photo of the 3 that I have. That would be amazing. I organized by Mark Lawrence and not Mark Lawrence. That's fair. Having a favorite author's shelf. I feel like that, I don't know, like I would want to do that, but then it would bug me that they were different genres, because I have a bunch of different favorite authors in different genres. I don't know. I could try that. Just see how I feel about it. Hey, Shad. You're particular, and that's not a bad thing. Your shelves look amazing. That's another. So anybody in the comments who's a booktuber, you should go subscribe to their channel because they're all amazing. Andrew's bookshelves are very lovely and well organized. So you guys should go check that out. And I will probably be watching his videos later to like try to figure out if I can glean any ideas of organizing from them. But
even Grunky showed up.
Mm-hmm. I mix fantasy, sci-fi, and historical fiction. Yeah. I do a little. No, I don't. I have my historical fiction is on a separate cube. I don't know. Mixing genres kind of makes me nervous too. You have a bookshelf tour. Excellent. I will watch it. I will have, we're hearing it here first, guys. Casey Beck, I will have a channel worth subscribing to later on in 2023. Awesome. So do you have anything set up now? Like, do you have a channel? It just doesn't have anything on it yet? I heard your Valheim comment. I mean, I'm not going to do it now, but...
Or did she already?
I've been caught, or did I? Now you'll never know, and you'll be running around your house trying to figure out if I messed anything up. I give my kingdom such as it is for a hardcover of Empire of Silence, book 1 of the Sun Eater. My little mass market paperback looks sad next to the hardcovers of the others. Those hardcovers are so beautiful. I mean, he's done really well. I can't imagine that it wouldn't have another hardcover print soonish. I will be crossing my fingers for you for that. 3 videos. All right, guys, go subscribe to Casey. Go check out her channel. I will be doing that after the live stream. Yeah, Drew. Someday I'll have a channel we're subscribing to as well. Stop. Speaking, it says the guy who has way more subscribers than I do. I'd never noticed anyways. That's true. Yeah, 3. That's the thing. Like, once you've gotten your first couple of videos out, that's the biggest hurdle. Because I've heard so many people talking about how, like, oh, I want to start a channel on YouTube. And that first video is a big hurdle. So if you're over that already, that's awesome. Yeah, thank you, Andrew. Agreed. All the love for Andrew's channel. Andrew's amazing. Once again, there are multiple Andrews in my chat. All right, guys. So I'm curious to see how this would go. Why don't you guys put in the comments? I will have to do a save one, drop one. So I will have to choose. I don't know if you guys know how to play that game, but I will have to choose. You give me 2 characters, 2 books, 2 authors, 2 whatever, bookish related, and I will have to choose 1 to keep and 1 to not keep. Yeah, Casey, is your channel name just Casey Beck, or do you have a channel title? Get your first video out, and the next thing you know, you'll have 100 out, and you're like, where the heck did they come out? Exactly. I think I'm at 100, and I'm over 110 now, I think. And that's just nuts. I still remember filming my first videos, you guys. I was so awkward. I had really long hair, and I was like, I'm gonna, look super cute and try to do that thing. And yeah, nope. Hashtag all the Andrews. It's true. In my comment section, all the Andrews all the time. Andrew brings the fun on his channel, but he doesn't have a cool beanie. Andrew, I keep telling you this. You need to get a beanie. I'm telling you, you need to get a beanie. You can, and you have options. You can get the flip up beanie like I have. You can go the slouch beanie route like Pete has.
Beanies and beards.
Beanies and beards. That would be a great booktube channel. Books, beanies, and beards.
Yes. Oh, man.
There we go.
That's it.
That's your channel. Everyone tell Ben to start a channel. Bookishly bookish. Okay. If that is not the case, pop it in the comments so we can go and subscribe. Bookishly bookish. Bookishly bookish. Awesome. I will definitely go check out your channel as soon as we're done. Hey, Sam, how's it going? What are you reading? Andrew has a cool wizard hat. Honestly, Andrew needs to get like a cloak and like a staff for his videos. Do just one of those cool like Radagast style wizard hats. A little bit brown, maybe has a bird's nest on the side of it. I'm looking for forehead advertising. We had this conversation on your reading sprint the other day. Your forehead is fine. Like so many people, everyone tell Andrew, there are so many people that have 5-finger forehead. I have a 5-finger forehead. It's fine. If I cover it with a beanie. Well, see, but that's what I'm doing. I'm using my forehead for advertising. And it's working. People are subbing to my channel because of the beanie. So keep one, drop one. Adolin or Stick? Who's Stick? I mean, the answer is Adolin. I'm not sure who Stick is.
Poor Stick.
I know. Poor Stick.
You didn't even know him and you dropped him.
I know. I mean, it's Adolin, though. Books, beanies, and beards sounds amazing. I mean, Pete, you could change your channel name. You fit all 3 of these categories. Ben, start a channel, please. Yep, I'm telling you. You have 3 subscribers already.
Oh.
4 because of me. And Andrew. And Sarah. And David. So I can get you easily like 10 subscribers first 5 minutes. Yeah, that's awesome, Casey. Yeah, please feel free to pop your channels in the comments if you want to. But if you guys haven't already gone over there and looked up Bookishly Bookish, do it. Reading The Stand by Stephen King. It's long. Who did I just see read that the other day? That's a chunky book. Holy buckets. It's a standalone too, right? I have not read a single Stephen King book yet. I'm sure eventually someone will convince me to do it. Hey, John. How's it going? I don't know why I did the llama instead of the...
That's awesome.
Y'all are going to make me do work. Yeah, because you don't already work on your channel and read like a ridiculous amount of books. Andrew works really hard on his channel, you guys. His channel is amazing. All jokes aside, really, if you are not subscribed to Andrew's Wiz Reads, go do it because the enthusiasm is excellent and the book taste is excellent. And I have never met anybody who is better at matching book to your personal reading taste. Like, he is excellent at that. Yeah, we'll get him a blue robe. We'll start a GoFundMe for like a whole wizard outfit for Andrew. Need to read some Neil Gaiman as a palate cleanser. That's fair. Which Neil Gaiman are you going to be reading? There's a massive Neil Gaiman fan right here. What is your favorite Neil Gaiman, Ben?
Definitely Ocean at the End of the Lane.
Nice.
God, that stuff is like drinking Lady Grey tea. It's good.
Pro grade team. Where is it?
Oh, isn't it over there? Yes, this book. Ooh, this book. So good.
It's so good. You should do a review of it on my channel. I'll post it.
All right. I'll have to think about it. I want it to be.
Everybody yell at Ben to do reviews. I've been telling him he should do reviews. He's on Goodreads now too. I should put your Goodreads down in my description box. I will do that. Also, speaking of Neil Gaiman, I'm going to show off this awesome illustrated Neverwhere.
Also very, very good.
Neverwhere is my favorite Gaiman, I think.
Over Graveyard Book? Keep one, drop one.
I think I'm gonna go with Neverwhere. Yep. I do love the Graveyard Book though. If you guys haven't read it, it's Neil Gaiman retelling the Jungle Book in a graveyard. It's excellent. And I'm gonna make my lighting go wonky again. Ooh. Okay. I need to read some Gaiman as palette cleanser. I was too busy being snarky. Well, you missed your compliment session. I am stick.
You dropped Andrew.
I mean, I'm confused. Why? I mean, I'm obviously going to pick my in real life friends over characters because I'm loyal like that. But why? What am I? I'm missing something.
I don't know.
I'm missing something, guys. Now John is. I'm confused. Who's the real? Will the real stick please step forward? I'm Spoticus. Okay, keep one, drop one. How's it work? Okay, so like for example, Andrew, I would give you like, I could do something really mean. I could say, okay, you have to choose between like Wheel of Time and Stormlight Archive. I don't know if that's really mean for you. Can I help you, sir? And you'd have to pick one to keep and one to drop forever. Everyone say hello to Pippin, who's being a bit of a bother. Yes, I have mascara on. Does it smell funny? It's like, Mom, you smell weird. This is our cat Pippin. He's a year old and he is adorable and also a menace. So that was his cameo. Not many people have a 5-finger forehead, Andrew. You should get that like that. Who is I'm so confused. Take myself to start a channel, Ben. Telling you, look at all the subscribers you have already.
Okay. Don't think about it.
Your channel will grow so much faster than mine. Have you read any Robert Jordan that isn't Wheel of Time, his historical fiction or Conan novels? Would you be interested? Interesting question. I don't know. Possibly. I didn't even know he wrote anything besides the Wheel of Time because I am uncultured. But yeah, possibly. I will, if you put some of the names of the books in the comments, I will look at them on Goodreads and see if that would be a good fit. People wish they could have as much energy as Andrew. It's so true. Heard it here first, folks. We need to get him a wizard costume. It's gonna happen. Ocean wrecked me. It's a good book. I've read it twice now. And the first time I read it, I was like, okay. And the second time I read it, I was like, no, but this is actually really good. So like,
I've read it twice.
Yeah, I've read it twice. It's not very long, so it's not a long read. But
there's so much
the atmosphere and just the way that he builds the environment is just stunning.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't finish Ocean at the End of the Lane, but loved Neverwhere. I feel like that's kind of a Neil Gaiman thing where a lot of people like have specific Neil Gaiman books that they really love.
Not all Neil Gaiman's the same.
Ocean is my favorite so far. I'm probably going to read Stardust next, but still getting myself hyped up for American Gods and Good Omens.
You read Stardust.
I did.
Once upon a long time ago.
It's pretty good. It's much more adult than the movie. I don't know. Like it was fine. It was good-ish. I don't honestly remember that much of it. American Gods is the Neil Gaiman book that I tried it and just that was not me. I watched The Omen today to prep for reading Good Omens. I found a half-price book.
That's the Marvel graphic novel by Neil Gaiman,
which is excellent.
Yeah, that is pretty good.
That is an excellent.
That's quite a find.
That is a very good find. That's mean, Andrew. Don't ask me to choose between my indie authors. That's not nice, especially since they're probably both in the chat right now.
You opened it up for anything, though.
I know, but that's just mean. They're so different, too. This is why I hate, like, judging. I could never be a Spiffbo judge because it's apples to oranges. It is apples to oranges. I don't know.
So apples, oranges.
They're so different. Like, superhero space opera versus, like, just Tolkien-esque epic fantasy storytelling. Like, how do you even... I don't know.
Well, what you choose now might not be what you choose in a week.
Right, that's just it.
It depends on.
And especially because I'm reading Deathless Beast right now. Okay, here's my answer. I will keep Deathless Beast because I'm not finished with it yet. And I want to finish it so that then I will be able to say I have read both. So there. Can't read Gaiman. 3 times I tried. I had hellish demon-filled night terrors those 3 nights. That's fair. He does get a little dark. Yeah. In like a... It isn't dark like a grim dark. It's more messes with your head kind of dark. So I totally see that.
Yeah.
It's a stick no one can convince to turn into something else with Stormlight. It's a Cosmere reference, and my brain is like trying to go through the file right now.
Things into other things with Stormlight. I haven't read any of it.
Ben needs to read Stormlight. Stick refuses to be fired because stick is fired. I remember. Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to remember when that, like, where in the Stormlight archive that was. In fairness, it has been 2 years since I read Way of Kings and
Video Blog at all.
Words of Radiance. I don't know what my mascara is doing over there. The Adorable Menace. Great book title. I could write a children's book about my cat and call it The Adorable Menace. Keep one, drop one, Andrew or Andrew. You can only choose one. Andrew, obviously. Is that even a question? Andrew, clearly. There is Cosmere theorizing. Keep one, drop one, Witcher or Malazan. Malazan. That's not even a competition. I'm actually, like, I watched both seasons of The Witcher on Netflix. And I started reading the first book. It's just, I don't know. It's not my type of book / story. There's not nearly enough actual, like, beast fighting going on. No, I did have an answer, and I feel pretty good about it. Curses, she thought, yeah, that's right, I did. Because if I drop Deathless Beast now, I will never know how it ends.
It's a very clever answer.
Yeah. At least with Wistful Ascending, I have read the first one already, so I can continue the series. So there. What are some of your favorite book-to-movie adaptations, besides the obvious ones, Lord of the Rings, Princess Bride? I love the first 2 Narnia movies. I actually like the Hobbit movies and Dune.
I know what you're going to recommend now.
You do?
Yeah.
What am I going to recommend?
You're going to recommend Kenshin.
Yes, the live action of Rurouni Kenshin, which is the Japanese manga / anime, are phenomenal.
It's amazing.
It's amazing. I love it. I did not watch them for the longest time because anime or manga to live action adaptations traditionally have been garbage. But the Rurouni Kenshin live action should be like the standard for manga live actions, in my opinion. Also, The Outsiders has been a huge favorite of mine for ages and ages. And I just finally read the book this year and absolutely loved it. I love that story and I love the movie. Other book to movie adaptations. I'm trying to think what I've seen recently that was
Grunkies is definitely The Hobbit.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I hope he's still
if
on.
he's still good.
I really hope he's still on.
Insert Palpatine. Do it. Cut. No, because then I don't know how it ends.
Do it.
Why would I do that? Dropped my indie fantasy of 2022 today. I picked The Seventh Cadence by Jim Wilborn. I saw that. That's awesome. Jim is an amazing guy. If you guys have not checked out his book or put it on your TBR yet, go check out The Seventh Cadence by Jim Wilborn. It has a stunning blue dragon on the cover. And Jim is just an awesome guy. And yeah, he is definitely high on my TBR for this coming year here. Early Words of Radiance still on storyline. Yeah, and it's like coming back to me in like very small bits and pieces. Keep One, Drop One, Cosmere, or Red Rising. Red Rising. It's because it's a comfort read for me. Like I would never be able to not be able to read it again. That's like my comfort series. That's the one that I read when I'm in a reading slump and I need the characters that are just going to make me immerse right back into the story and feel happy. And yeah, so Red Rising. Yep, Andrew called it. Yep, she'll drop Cosmere. Yep. There's not much I would drop. I don't even know if there's anything I would drop Red Rising for.
Ooh,
I don't know.
That's.
You could try it, guys. Feel free to launch some at me in the comments. But there are 5 Kenshin movies. There are Kenshin, there's Kyoto Inferno, and then the third one, and that's like the main core storyline. And then there's Kenshin the finale and Kenshin the beginning. I do have a couple of Kenshin videos comparing the movie to the anime, and then also my review of Kenshin the beginning, which is the live adaptation of my favorite anime ever made, which is the 4 episodes of Trust and Betrayal. I don't remember which one of these DVDs. Reflection. Oh, yeah. So Trust and Betrayal are these 2. They're the prequel of like what happened and who Kenshin was before he was the Wandering Samurai. And it's my favorite anime. Those 4 episodes are my favorite anime of all time. It's absolute masterpiece. And I think the movie, I was really afraid of the movie because of that. They did a great job. And Takeru Sato, who plays Kenshin, they could not have cast him better. He was great. The Outsiders is my favorite non-fantasy book. It's so good. I loved it. It was everything I wanted it to be. I've loved the movie for ages, and the book did not disappoint this year. Are you a Dune fan? I have not read Dune yet. I know that's a horrible thing. I have been convinced to possibly give it a try. I wasn't sure if it was going to be the right fit for me as a reader, so I've been hesitant to read Dune. It's a chunk too, so like I have to be. But yeah. I'm curious, Sam. Sell me on it. Like, what am I going to look forward to in Dune from your perspective? Because I always love getting to different people's, especially when they really love the book. I want to hear about it. The OG Narnia adaptation. Yeah, I mean,
they're fine. They're fine.
Our children are a herd of elephants.
I like sometimes. The old BBC Narnia.
The old BBC Narnia. There's just so much nostalgia with those. I would say. I really loved the new ones, though. I'm not going to lie. I actually really liked Prince Caspian, to be honest. I know a lot of people didn't. And I was really sad that I did not like the new Voyage of the Dawn Treader. I did not think that was
We don't talk about that one.
But I will say Will Poulter, who plays Eustace, was the highlight of that movie. He did a fantastic job. But other than that, I wasn't a fan. He's talking about The Hobbit.
Oh, I was like, wait, what? What are you talking about? Yeah.
Wheel of Time. If I would pick Wheel of Time versus Red Rising, I mean, I haven't read Wheel of Time in fairness.
What about Red Rising versus Malazan? Or Dead House Gates. Red Rising versus Dead House Gates.
Why are you giving me one book versus all 3 Red Rising books?
Okay, the first Red Rising book versus Dead House Gates.
I would still pick Red Rising, and here's why. I'm very excited to reread Malazan. It is probably going to end up being my favorite fantasy series of all time as a whole. I had such an incredible experience with Dead House Gates the first time that I'm actually I'm not nervous to read it again, but I'm curious to see if my experience changes the second time. So if I only had to hold on to the memory and the experience that I had the first time reading Dead House Gates, it was so impactful and such a amazing, like I read it at the perfect time for me. So I'd still probably pick Red Rising. Animated. There you go, Ben.
Oh, those are good too. Those are good. Good stuff. The Greatest Adventure.
Dune was a piece of art. So, guys in the comments, would it be a bad idea for me to watch the Dune show? But I know this is a horrible question, but watching it before I read the book so that I have kind of like a general idea, or should I really not do that? CG by TS. Animated Hobbit is the only Hobbit. You and Grunky should get on my channel and do a video about the animated Hobbit.
Yes. Oh, so he knows. He knows.
No, Sam, I have not played the board game. I just found out about it in the last couple of weeks. I need to get it. I need to find it.
I didn't know there was a board game.
Yes, there's a board game. I need to find it.
That wasn't Monopoly.
No, it's not Monopoly. That would be a Red Rising Monopoly.
I mean, there's everything Monopoly. There's probably a Red Rising Monopoly.
Have I read? No, actually have been told to read Moon Called before by Patricia Briggs. I've heard her name before, and I've had a couple of people recommend her to me because of Phased. There are Kenshin, yes, there are, Thiago, and they are amazing. They're some of my favorites.
Very, very good.
So good. Keep one, drop one, Steven Erikson or Tolkien. I mean, I'm going to pick Erikson because he's still around and I can ask him to come on my channel eventually. I don't have that option with Tolkien, unfortunately. Interviewing Tolkien would be very awesome, but because if I'm just like, does that mean that all of his work goes with him? Because that would be a tough question. Because if Tolkien, like dropping Tolkien just means like you have to pick, like he isn't here. Rest in peace.
All Tolkien's work.
Right.
Yeah.
My Hero Academia or Hunter by Hunter. I haven't seen either one of those, but I have been told that I'm really going to like My Hero Academia, so I'll keep that one. Keep one, drop one, Howl's Moving Castle or Spirited Away. That's not even a question for me. Not even a question. So everybody loves, hot take, everyone loves Spirited Away. It's a lot of people's favorite Miyazaki.
It is very good.
I do not like that movie. I've never liked it. I watched it, did not like it. I can't stand it. Like, I will probably never watch it again. I don't know why. It just gave me the heebie-jeebies. I didn't like it. And not in a good way. Howl's Moving Castle has Calcifer in it. So Billy Crystal as Calcifer is like not even a question. Castle in the Sky is good. Okay, there you go. Andrew Meredith. Somebody else fighting for Puddleglum here. Puddleglum the Marshwiggle, man.
Good characters.
Caspian was great. It improved the weakest book in the series. Amen. I actually really agree with that. And that's one of the reasons why I really liked that they had Ben Barnes play Caspian, because he was older and it made more sense. Like it just him being a, army general and fighting and stuff just made more sense than him being 11.
Yeah, that didn't make any sense.
That didn't make any sense. Dead House is equal to 3 Red Rising books lengthwise. Pretty close. Yeah, you're right.
Huh.
I don't know why I'm a heathen, but apparently I'm a heathen. I'm trying to keep up. You guys have some great comments. I love the scale of Dune in the political battles. They set up a betrayal plot and reveal it in the first 5 chapters. The result is that you spend half the book knowing who will betray the heroes and freaking out because they can't figure it out. Ooh. Okay. That's a pretty good pitch. I like that. I have a couple of friends that are big fans of Dune, and I actually was going to unhaul it earlier this year because I just was like, I don't know if I'm ever going to read this or ever going to like it, but I have been.
Do you still have it?
Yeah, it's on the shelf. I've been sold on it now by several different people. That's a really good pitch. keep Spirited Away. Miyazaki should have left out the war, because you really liked Spirited Away too.
I do. I think if I have to choose between one or the other, I need to watch Spirited Away again, because I haven't seen that since college, actually. Wow.
Grunky, you'll have to come visit us for New Year's, and we'll watch a bunch of Miyazaki movies.
And the animated Hobbit.
I'll watch Kenshin while you guys watch the animated Hobbit.
Because those are similar.
Read the book first. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking. I haven't watched the Dune show on purpose because I wanted to make sure that, like, I shouldn't do that. Great storytelling technique that I haven't seen used. I actually really like that when, like, you know what's going to happen and you're like, that's a whole different type of tension when you know what's going to happen, but you don't know how it's going to play out. And it doesn't make sense how we get to this endpoint based on where we start. I think that's a really underused technique too. And I really enjoy that. That's pretty cool.
The whole Romeo and Juliet thing where they tell you how the play ends and then they tell you the play.
No, Sam, that was actually a great pitch for that book. That made me more interested to read it. So that was perfect. Boy and His Horse is an excellent book.
That would be a cool movie.
Watched it before reading the book, and if I hadn't, I wouldn't have gotten through the book. Interesting. Yeah, that's the thing, is I feel like there's going to be so many things that I miss in the book. I have said board game. I need to play with people. Well, if you're ever in Minnesota, swing by. Prince Caspian introduction of Bacchus was such poor taste. It topped out having Father Christmas. 100%. Yeah, that's true. Hey, Nat, thank you so much. Thanks for stopping by. What are you reading right now? I didn't get Spirited Away either. Thank you. Somebody. Everybody loves that movie, and I'm just like, nah. Isn't that the one with the giant baby in the
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
There are some weird, cool things in that movie.
I was just giving you crap, Andrew. Use that or say don't be an Eeyore. The latter requires you to copy a book or cartoon. I like Eeyore. I mean, he has issues, but he's great. Hey, thanks, Andrew. Have a good night's sleep. Someone recommend a movie for me to watch tonight. Okay, Sam, what do you like to watch? What kind of movies do you like to watch?
And Andrew recommends
Kenshin. Yeah. Honestly, if you like anime slash that like Asian inspired, like action, not Asian inspired, it is Asian action films. Kenshin is great. But yeah, what do you like to watch? Seven Samurai, I've also heard is really good. You live in Minnesota? Yes, we do. We live in Minnesota. Vikings for the win. They're doing. I can't believe I'm talking about football on my channel.
I was going to say, wow.
They're doing really well this year, which shocks me. But yeah, I'm not a football fan at all. But I live in the heart of. We live like right next to the border of Wisconsin and Minnesota, so like it's Packer versus Viking blood feud country over here, and like even the sermons at church always have some kind of Viking or Packer reference. So we cannot get through a church service and fellowship hour without a football reference. It's impossible. Drives me nuts. Ending the year with a comfort read of Fellowship of the Ring. That's awesome. You know, that's a really good idea. I think after I finish Deathless Beast, probably tonight or tomorrow morning, I might pick like a short comfort read to end out the year. That's a really good idea. I like that. Thiago has only seen one movie / show in his entire life, and that is Arcane. So if anyone is interested in watching Arcane and then talking to Thiago about it, I'm sure he would be very grateful. Caesar lives in Minnesota too. I've been surprised at how many people live around my area. I've met a couple of people I know from like South Dakota, and I think a couple from Iowa, Wisconsin. Yay, go Allen. See, that's the thing. Like I live in Minnesota and I'm supposed to be a Vikings fan, but people are like, go Pack, and they expect me to be like, Rrr. Like, dude, root for your team. Doesn't bother me. I really want to get a hold of those audiobooks with Andy Serkis because
that would be fun.
I think that would help me. I kind of want to try my first immersion read with Lord of the Rings because I have. Where did I put the books? I don't know where I put the books. Oh, up there, up here. I got my copies of the book, and I really want to get. I really want to get the audiobook so I can immersion read it. My fiance lives in Wisconsin, so I get that viewed. Yep, it's serious up here. Like, pick a side, man. The Chudley Cannons. I'm assuming that's a football team? College football? I have no idea.
It's a good name.
It is. It's enough. I don't need anything else. That's fair. Okay, Chiago. Here's your save one, drop one. Mark Lawrence novels or Arcane? I'll be really mean. Blessed are those Viking fans who hunger and thirst for a crappy team, for they shall be satisfied.
I love it.
I mean, it's sad, but it's kind of true. Not this year, though. They've been actually playing really well, from what I've been hearing, because I can't get away from it. But yeah, all of the Vikings fans in my life are very pleased.
Someday, eventually, they will win a Super Bowl. It'll happen.
Jefferson is one of my fantasy wide receivers. That's awesome. I have no idea who that is, but he sounds cool. I just recommended that version to Mick. Yeah. Chago, I just did. Look, I'm live and I'm having to answer questions about my favorite books of all time. And people are being mean and even made me choose between two of my favorite indie authors that I'm friends with on my channel. The cat wants to come in. She has conquered a mouse, in case you guys were wondering she's singing the song of her people. Packers awful now on my set. So, Ellen, are you actually like a Packers fan? That'd be hilarious. You live in Florida. Vikings are always great in the regular season and just fold in the playoffs. I am cracking up that we are having a football conversation right now. Answer the question, Chiago. Yes, you can. There are no rules with save one, drop one. I'm not going to say what I just was thinking, Alan, but you probably thought it too. That's ouch. Alan is coming after Chiago right now. 1.5 stars. That's brutal, Alan. Have you even read it?
Have you given anything 1.5 stars?
Yes, I think I have a couple books that I've given really low stars on Goodreads, but I can't remember what. We shall look. I thought one of my kids was no, it's my cat. It's my 11-year-old cat who is in her old age still trying to prove that she is a mighty hunter and will find the mouse and bring it to us. Yes, you can. Love the Packers. Really? That's awesome.
She's not that old yet.
Of course, I read it most disappointing word of the year. There's a whole blood feud happening in the comments right now. After someone hyped it up. Can't remember, though. I'm trying to figure out how to find...
Go.
The shade in here has blocked out all the sun. Yep. There's so much shade. There's usually a fair amount of shade in my comment section when I come on live streams. I would say there's quite a bit of shade. That's pretty on brand for these guys. And by the way, Chiago, you still have not answered the question. Ooh, keep one, drop one. Alexander Dumas or Edgar Allan Poe. I know how you would answer.
I got to keep Dumas.
Yep, I've got to keep...
Got to keep Dumas.
What am I losing with Dumas?
You're losing Man of the Iron Mask.
No. Oh my gosh.
Three
That's Victor
Musketeers,
Hugo.
And you're losing Count of Monte Cristo. I mean, The Raven is a good poem.
The Raven is not... I don't even really like that one.
What do you like then?
I like...
You like the Mask
of the Red Death. That's I like the Cask of Amontillado. I like Telltale Heart is really good. I actually performed, fun fact, I actually performed a monologue of Telltale Heart for an acting class. Fight in the shade. Chago. Running with his griffin tail tucked over here. Drop Poe. He's probably okay with it. That's so mean, Alan. That's awful. Raven is overrated. I agree. Everybody's like, I love Poe. The Raven is such a great... And I'm like, that's the only thing of Poe's you've read. Don't talk to me.
I like it. I like that poem.
I mean, it's fine, but it's not like...
It does kind of get all the hype, though.
The Mask of Red Death is like my favorite thing by Poe. I actually, in an intro to fiction class in college, we had to pick a Poe story and rewrite our own version of it for intro to fiction class. And that was the one that I picked. And I still, to this day, that's been one of my favorite like fan fiction things I've ever written. I'm losing my words.
I think it's wrote.
Favorite self-pub you've read in 2022? Sorry if you've already been asked this. I will give you a few because I have to do my favorites of 2022 video still. I have loved, honestly, I've had a really good lineup of self-pub this year. Just about lost phased. Yeah, I know. This is coming out. Let's see. I'm reading the other one. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to give some self-pub recommendations quick that I've read in 2022. So, Wistful Ascending by JCM Byrne. This one, for any of my friends in the chat that are like sci-fi fantasy blend fans who love the humor style of Firefly, but also love that Firefly has a lot of heart in it. If that's you, like, pick this up because I was looking for something like that in this book and got it. And JCM Byrne has kind of created his own genre over here, and it's brilliant. He did a brilliant job with it. Absolutely loved it. Then if you like historical, Andrew's lovely wife, Trisha, is a historical murder mystery author, and she has a series. There's 2 other ones back there. I read all 3 of them. She has it's a very pleasant, comforting writing style, which is a weird mix with a murder mystery. But the way that she does it, it's just a really easy read, and it's very pleasant writing style. She's very good at, like, her prose is really pretty and very warm. Does that sound like I'm doing a horrible job explaining this, Andrew. I apologize. Help me with this. But like, I just really loved her writing style. I think she's very easy to read, and it was very bingeable. And the mystery was one of those where it's not trying to shut you out so that you legitimately can't figure it out. It was very easy to kind of go along with the different steps of the story. And by the time I got to the end, I was pretty sure I knew, but I wasn't sure. So it was kind of a nice, I don't know what my lighting is doing right now. Yeah, it was just a really, really fun book. Butcher Baker Candlestick Taker is the first one, and there's 2 other ones in the series so far. Then I don't know, should I hype Thiago's book since he didn't answer my question?
Ooh.
I don't know. Okay, well, there's this book too. This is called A Touch of Light. It's by Thiago Abdallah. There are griffins and some like battles and stuff in it. I don't know if I'm doing it any justice. I'm kidding. This one is very heavy themes of like religion and politics, but done in a way that's really, I'm just like, you guys are getting the uncut version of my book reviews. This is why book reviews are hard for me to film. Really good themes of religion and politics and what happens when people go into survival mode. And there is kind of a twist on the undead theme in Thiago's book. It's very good. And it has a pretty cover. Thank you, T. You're absolutely right. So the only thing else I need to say about this book is that it has a beautiful cover, because it's true. It's very beautiful. So, Touch of Light. I'm currently reading Deathless Beast by Andrew Meredith, who's also in the chat. And that one, I won't say too much about the story yet because I haven't finished the book, but it's some of the best detail-focused world building and storytelling style writing that I've read in a very long time. So that is what I will say about it at this point. And then I'm going to hold it upside right. Never Die by Rob J. Hayes. This is a wuxia Asian-inspired fantasy that feels like little bit anime, but still it doesn't feel like, it's not written like an anime, but if you like anime or grew up watching anime, you'll probably really like this. Motley crew on a quest, and it's like a motley crew of heroes from different parts of the land, and they're kind of accumulated on the quest, and it's just a phenomenal book. So those are some of my indie reads this year. If any of those strike your fancy, go check them all out. I have enjoyed all of them. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm going to catch up on comments now. Have you ever read Sarah Douglas? She was an Australian fantasy writer in the 2000s and 10s that wrote Wayfarer, Redemption, and Troy Game. I have not, but I'm going to go look up her books on Goodreads right now. Sarah Douglas. I will go check her out. Hey, Charmaine. What were you reading in the reading sprints earlier? I performed as the Red Death in a Halloween reading. That's awesome. I want to read it, Tori. Send me your mask. Okay, I wrote it 10 years ago, so bear that in mind. But yeah, I'll send it to you. Had to do that for an English class too, and I chose A Modest Proposal by Swift. Entertaining, right? Nice. What is your favorite trad pub book of 2022, and why is it The Girl in the Moon? I haven't read Girl in the Moon, so I can't say that it's my favorite yet. I don't know. What was my favorite trad pub book this year? What did I even read for trad pub this year? I've been in indie books for so long that I've kind of forgotten. I mean, I reread Red Rising. Outsiders is going to be up on my top 10 for sure. Hey, T. How's it going? What are you reading? Try to take a shot because the name of the book wrong. I'm impervious to your Ledger Ellen. Great title. Yes. Hi, Derry. How's it going? What are you reading right now? A Touch of Light has a beautiful cover. Have you guys seen Shade of Madness cover, the sequel? It's blue with the giant griffin on the front. It's beautiful. Honestly, self-pub covers lately have been kind of blowing my mind. They're amazing. I love it. I love it. Every time, I love being on Twitter just to see everybody's cover reveals, and like, they're so good. Hi, Anitha. What are you doing right now? What are you reading? Got me the hardcover of A Touch of Light for my birthday, and it's physically gorgeous and excellent quality. Yes. Oh my gosh. The hardcover is amazing. I like hardcovers. It's hard because I don't really love reading hardcovers as much, just because they're harder for my wrists than the paperbacks. The paperbacks are a little bit more flexible. Deathless Beast was great as well. I think I'm going to bump my review of that up a couple months since I'm 3 months behind on reveals. I feel that I need to do I'm just going to do a just dump of reviews on my channel at some point soon here, because I am also behind. Can't wait to snag the same book too. Oh, a trad pub book that I gave 5 stars this year, now that I just thought of it. Speaking of which, was Chinggis Birth of an Empire by Con Iggulden. It's a historical fiction book about the early years, boyhood into young man years of Chinggis Khan. That was a great book. Loved it. Really good book. Cannot wait to read the second one. There may be a little extra in the hardcover for A Shade of Madness, Ellen. When I say might, I mean it. I'm not sure. And I might have maybe no. Do I know what that is, or is it what I'm thinking? Reading The Forest Mage by Robin Hobb. That's right. How is it so far? Whoa. Alan sees LPQ. Yeah. Dude, I told you that I was going to read this because you loved it so much. I saw your, you've talked about it on your channel so much, and I was going to read it because of that. So yeah, I have this is the omnibus edition with all 4 books, which honestly, like, it's not that crazy big. I don't know why my 5-year-old is shrieking like a banshee out there. So you guys will just, I don't know why my lighting is so weird right now. Sorry, guys. Wasn't your favorite trad book ACOTAR? Court of Thorns and Roses? No, I did not read that this year, thankfully, and we'll never read it again. No, not my favorite trad book. But I do have a great rant video on it if you want to go watch that. Starting LPQ in January, Ellen. Dang it. All these people are reading all the things I want to read in January, and I'm trying so hard not to read everything in January. Need to get ready for Jeopardy. I don't know the rules of Jeopardy. Yeah, Alan has officially asked me to be on his book Jeopardy, and I'm now mildly terrified. Neetha is reading Fool's Fate. I'm trying to remember if that's in the Tawny Man trilogy, right? Mark Lawrence recommends Southland Sword. So Thiago, you have your Mark Lawrence bookshelf and then all of the books that Mark Lawrence recommends underneath that. Alan, don't even. I can't say if you know Tori, because if the answer is yes, Alan would declare holy war on me. That's fair. We'll keep it under wraps. I finished all my audiobooks I was planning and some extras, so currently nothing on that front. Still working on my way through The Dead Zone by Stephen King, and eventually I'll get back to Wheel of Time 4. Nice. How are you enjoying? Is this your first Stephen King read, or have you read other stuff by him? Rereading Fool's Errand again, but right now I'm eating ice cream straight from the tub because it's hot, humid, and I need the space in my freezer. Hey, ice cream straight from the tub sounds like a great idea. And it's really cold here. Well, it's not really cold here. Last week it was. But it's Minnesota, so now we're back to like t-shirt weather. I don't know what's happening. The weather is weird. Started The First and Only by David Abnett. Is that a sci-fi fantasy? I have not heard of that before. Banshees are just ghosts with frosting. Daniel Green. I like that. That's fair. Oh, it's 40. Uh-oh. It's for Warhammer 40K. We'll be here all night. Minus the treatment of one character, I am enjoying Forest Mage. Yeah, that sounded just based on what you and Alan were mentioning in the reading sprints. I was kind of wondering about that. It's the last one in the Tawny Man trilogy. Okay, that's what I thought. Gonna go get some reading done before hanging out with some friends. Bye, everyone. Congrats, Tori. Thanks, Pete. Thanks for hanging out. Have fun with your friends. Hi, Eric. T-shirt weather in Minnesota is 40s. Oh, yeah. I loved it. Was 27 degrees Fahrenheit a couple days ago, and I walked outside in my T-shirt and Crocs to get the mail, and it felt amazing. Because last week, it was negative 37 wind chill here. So that's 50 degrees warmer than it was last week. So, and it felt like my body has acclimated to how freezing it was last week. So when I went outside, it was fine. It was like, oh, this is really nice. Like I wouldn't stay out there for a long time, but yeah. We take anything we can get up here. First King book. I'm enjoying it so far, and it's a pretty quick read, but I haven't had much time for physical reading. Started it in October. Nice. Yeah, I don't even know where I would start with King. I would probably talk to a couple of my friends that are big King aficionados and say, okay, you guys know me as a reader. Like, what do you think I would actually like? Because I'm just not, horror is not my genre. I'm in Des Moines. Call it wiper fluid weather with the muddy snow. Yeah, it's true. I'll wear a tee in the middle of winter here in Minnesota. Yeah, honestly, like if you're not going just standing like a scarecrow outside in your front yard, it's not that bad. 40 sounds amazing. Week before Christmas was negative 20 or colder every day. This week's been between negative 10 and 0. Yeah, it's been kind of a weird couple weeks. Minnesota never knows what it's doing weather-wise. So yeah, we'll go. I can't remember where I saw this a while ago, but Minnesota has the most drastic like temperature range I think we're on the list of like the most drastic change in the range in the world. And I think we're third after like Siberia or something crazy like that. I'm trying to remember where I saw that, but I need to go back and find it because I was laughing. It's like, yeah. Like, and it's so fast too. I mean, it was literally freezing last week. When we went out and did errands and stuff last week. I mean, it was so cold, your face would freeze. Just the wind was awful. Ugh. It was gross. You are welcome to come visit us in the winter sometime, Thiago, and we will introduce you. It's a great way to find out how hardy you actually are. Red Firestarter as my first king this year. That's sci-fi and fast-paced. Oh, good to know. Yeah, I know. I have another friend that's trying to get me to read the Dark Tower. Yeah. You want to come give me a hug? You want to say hi to the people?
Hi.
Hey, guys. This is my son, Tristan. You say hi?
Hi.
You say hi?
Hi.
You say hi?
Hi.
All right. You go get some sleep, okay?
Mm-hmm.
He's my mini reader. I'm trying to remember what he just finished. He's been reading a lot of Redwall this year and really loving it, so that's awesome. Okay. Negative 20 isn't that bad when you just had -4. That's, yeah. Honestly, that's the thing. Like, it kind of tricks you because it's still cold, but your body remembers when it was really cold. So, oh, I'm just show. Okay, I will show. So Tristan wants you guys to see his current read. He is reading The Prince Warriors by Priscilla Shearer. You finished it today?
Yeah, I just finished Sir Dalton.
You guys think I read fast? My son reads so fast. The Winter War. That was the last one, right? Nice. You put it back on your shelf?
Yeah, I just finished Sir Dalton.
That's awesome. Two flipping gold, yeah. Tristan.
Yes.
Derry says hi. You say hi, Derry?
Hi, Derry.
Okay, you get some sleep.
Okay.
Love you. My lighting, man, this webcam, I don't understand. Been to Vancouver, Anitha, and it was quite pleasant. When did you go to Vancouver? Yep, Redwall, he loves right now. Hero of Neil Gaiman's Stardust is Tristan. Yes, I remember that. Yeah, when I was like 13, I decided that my first child would be a boy and his name was going to be Tristan. So it came true. Charmaine, you know what's funny? I've actually thought about doing a I've been kind of hesitant about how much when and how much I'm going to let my kids be on the channel, and just because of internet stuff and all that. But yeah, I've been thinking I'd really like to do a little like top 5 favorite books with Tristan, favorite fantasy books that he's read. Because he's asked me a couple of times if he can do a video with me. So I'm thinking about, we might do one. I think it was November. Yeah. Usually if it, like for here, at least, you're pretty safe until end of December, but usually January, February is when it really gets like, that's serious winter for us. When it's 8 degrees Celsius here in Brazil, everyone asks if it's going to snow. 46. 46 is nice. That's like get out your lawn chair and sit and read a book outside in your t-shirt. Okay, I think I caught up with everybody. Did I? If I missed anybody's comment, let me know. But I'm probably going to jump off. But before I do, huge thank you to everyone who came and hung out with me tonight and chatted. The channel, I'm honestly shocked that like I'm having a 1,500 subs. And the crazy part is I hit that about 2 weeks ago. And today I'm like almost to 1,750, I think. So it's been a crazy month for subscribers. And I'm just so grateful to all of you guys for supporting my channel and what I do. And I'm just so like humbled by the fact that that you guys like hanging out in my little corner of the internet. And I absolutely love this community. I am so grateful that I'm here, and I'm so grateful that you guys are here and we get to share books together. Absolutely love it. And I can't wait to see what's going to happen in 2023 with the channel and with everybody's collabs and read-alongs and readathons. And it's going to be a crazy year. It's going to be awesome. Lots of great books being published in 2023. So yeah, for me in 2023, Imposter Syndrome, my new show, is going to be a monthly thing. The next episode is on January 7th, and that's going to be the topic we're going to talk about is writing women in fantasy. So excited about that. It's going to be on Saturday the 7th. And I have Crystal Matar is going to be in that chat, and I have 2 other ladies lined up for that chat that I am really excited to unveil on my Twitter this week. So keep an eye on Twitter for that. And then what else? I think that's the big one for January. I'm also launching a Patreon at the end of January, and I'm going to kind of merge it. It's going to be book stuff for BookTube, like extra BookTube-ish stuff, but mostly it's going to focus on extra writing vlogs, and I'm going to share a little bit more about my book, The Epic Fantasy, that's coming out in 2023 that I'm currently working on. So yeah, I'm going to be launching that at the end of January. And I'm trying to think what else. And the book is coming out in 2023, probably late middle, like mid to late summer 2023. So yeah, thank you guys. Honestly, thank you so much for all your support. I am so grateful that I've been able to meet all you guys. You guys are all amazing. I love this community so much. You guys are great. So yeah, I hope you guys all have a great final couple of days of 2022. I hope that you guys can snuggle up with some great reads. We've got whatever that is, not even 36 hours left in 2022, which is crazy. Yeah. So if there's anything that I missed, I'm just gonna make sure I didn't miss anybody. But yeah, thank you guys, and I hope you have a great night, and I will see you all very soon.